Hello guys, I am Jagadish and I am here to explain you about software maintenance, which is a seminar topic of mid 2. So my roll number is 21BQ1A5436. Now I'm here to explain you about software maintenance. So let me explain you about briefly about software maintenance. First of all, introduction of software maintenance. Software maintenance refers to the process of modifying and updating a software system after it has been delivered to the customer. So after the software is undertaken to the customer, so it has to be maintained, because the maintenance plays a major role in this software project management, because without a lack of maintenance, the customer feels that it has no responsibility over its over a software provided by the company. So the reputation of the company is being misleading. So in order to maintain that, we have to maintain some maintenance for this software. So we have some software systems after it has been delivered to the customer. This can be including fixing bugs, adding new features, improving performance, or updating the software to work with new hardware or software systems. The main goal is explained here. The main goal of software maintenance is to keep the software system working correctly, efficiently, and securely, and to ensure that it continues to meet the needs of the users. The maintenance main aim is to meet the needs of the users. So that's all about the maintenance. So there are some steps involved in this maintenance system. The major steps are, there are several key aspects of uh, software maintenance included. First one, foremost one is bug fixing. The process of finding and fixing errors and problems in the software is known as the bug fixing. Next one is enhancements. The process of adding new features or improving existing features to meet the evolving needs of the users. So the user should be in the update itself, as the software maintenance is also provided in this uh, to the current, or which means the modified nature of the users. The needs of the users are also being improved day by day, as the situation of the software is also improving day by day. Performance optimization, the process of involving the speed, efficiency, and reliability of the software comes under the performance optimization. Next, coming to porting and migration. Migration means, we are very well known with the definition of migration. That means from one state to the another state. So while coming to this technical definition, we have the process of adapting the software to run on new hardwares or software platforms. Next one, re-engineering. Re-engineering means the process of improving the design and architecture of the software to make it more maintainable and scalable is known as the re-engineering. Next one is documentation. Documentation, we are very well known with this documentation, which means SRS, software requirement specification. In that, we documentation is provided to the next coming persons in the SDLC, software development lifecycle. So there's documentation means the process of creating, updating, and maintaining the documentation for the software, including user manuals, technical specification, and design documents. The all the documents for the preparation of this software is to be maintained in this documentation itself. Next one, the the minute goal is discussed before. The main goal of software maintenance is, here we have a software maintenance is a critical part of the software development life cycle and is necessary to ensure that software continues to meet the needs of the user over time. It is also important to consider the cost and effort required for the software maintenance when planning and developing a software system. So it is to be well maintained for the customers who are using this software, and this software is in such a way that it provides some basic needs to the customer itself. So software maintenance is the process of modifying software system after it has been delivered to the customer. The process of maintenance is to improve the system's functionality, performance, and reliability, and to adapt to changing requirements and environments. So the day-to-day life is changing day by day. So in order to have this changing technology, we also have to improve our software in such a way that the software is in a current situation. So it has to be modified, or it has to be a minute changes, and it has to be in such a way that the new trend is overrolling there. So next one, we also have maintenance types. So types of software maintenance. There are several types of software maintenance, including corrective maintenance, adaptive maintenance, perfective maintenance, preventive maintenance. So these are the four types of maintenance we have. Corrective maintenance. This involves fixing errors and bugs in the software system. So the software system has to be free of errors, and also we have bugs in the software system, so they have to be corrected itself. Next, adaptive maintenance. The This involves modifying the software system to adapt it to changes in the environment, such as changes in hardware or software. So the software or hardware provided to the customers, it's in such a way that it has to be in the current modulating society. So it has to be adapted to changes in the environment for the further users in the future. So perfective maintenance. This involves improving the functionality, performance, and reliability of the software systems. Reliability here means providing the accurate results to the customer. Next, coming to prevention maintenance. This involves taking measures to prevent future problems. So there is a chance of getting some problems in the future that that is occurred due to the software that we have prepared, and it is also with the customer itself. So that such updating documentation, reviewing and testing the system, and implementing preventive measures such as backups. So the software that we provide is maintained in such a way that the backups are also has to be provided within the software itself. Software maintenance is a continuous process that occurs throughout the entire life cycle of the software system. It is important to have a well-defined maintenance process in place, which involves testing and validation, version control, and communication with stakeholders. Software maintenance is a very vital role in SDLC, software development lifecycle, which involves several steps like testing, validation, version control, and also communication with stakeholders. Next, coming to it's important to note that software maintenance can be costly and complex, especially for large and complex systems. Therefore, the cost effort of maintenance should be taken into account during the planning and development phases of the software project. It is also important to have a clear and well defined maintenance plan that includes regular maintenance activities such as testing, backup, and bug fixing. Already we have discussed about this before, about testing, backup, and bug fixing in this maintenance types. So we have software maintenance is the process of modifying a software product after it has been delivered to the customer. The main purpose of software maintenance is to modify and update software application after delivering to correct faults, and the improve in performance. Software maintenance is an important part of the software development life cycle to update the software applications that all I have already discussed before in SDLC, and do all modifications in software applications so as to improve performance is the main focus of software maintenance. Software is a model that run on the basis of real world. Software is a real world object. So whenever any change requires the software, that means need of real world changes whenever possible. So there are many technical or software changes or updations or backups are done nowadays. If we in order to have some update or updations, so our software that we provide is to be maintained uh, with a way that updates further in the future also. Next, the we all very well known with this software maintenance types. Now, what is the need of software maintenance? So the main needs of the software maintenance are correct faults, improve the design, implement enhancements, interface with other systems, accommodate programs so that different hardware software system features and telecommunication facilities can be used, migrate legacy software, retire software, requirement of user changes, run the code fast. So the main need of software maintenance is to correct the faults. If there is any fault in the software that we provided, is to be corrected in the further step. Next, improve the design. In order to, when we prepare a software, if the customer is not happy with this, so we can improve the design of that software. So we also have enhancements is the same meaning of improving the designs, interface with other systems. So the software that we provide is to be portable, which means flexible for all the types of OS, iOS, Android, etc. So accommodate programs with different. So the software that we provided is to be enhanced in such a way that hardware, software, system features are all under to be used for each and every person who have a knowledge of the software. Migrate means one place to another place. The software is to be maintained from one place to another place also. So retire software, it is it's not about expiring the project, but the software retirement is a way that the software is to be ended. That means it is not having further updations itself. Next is challenges in software engineering. There are some challenges that are involved in this software engineering. So they are lack of documentation, legacy code, complexity, changing requirements, interoperability issues, lack of test coverage, lack of personals, high cost, etc. Lack of documentation. Poorly documented system can make difficult to understand how the system works, making it difficult to identify and fix problems. Legacy code. Maintaining older system with the outdated technologies can be difficult, as it may require specialized knowledge and skills. Complexity. Large and complex systems can be difficult to understand and modify, making it difficult to identify and fix the problems itself. So, changing requirements. As user requirements change over time, the software system may need to be modified to meet these new requirements, which can be difficult and time consuming processes. So changing to the requirements, so the updations are very well used in this changing requirements. Interoperability issues. System that needs to work with other systems or software can be difficult to maintain, as changes to one system can affect the other system. So when we are using one system, that means a software in a system, it is in such a way that the software that we selected for the system is changed. So it is same as like before that we used in this system. So it is about interoperability issues. Lack of test coverage, which means system that has not been thoroughly tested can be difficult to maintain, as it can be hard to identify and fix problems without knowing how the software behaves in different scenarios. Lack of personnel. A lack of personnel with the necessary skills and knowledge to maintain the system can make it difficult to keep the system up to date and running smoothly. So high cost. The cost of maintenance can be high, especially for large and complex systems, which can be difficult to budget for the manage. These are all about challenges in software engineering. Next, coming to categories of software engineering. So the corrective maintenance, adaptive maintenance, perfective maintenance, preventive maintenance. First one is corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance of the software product may be essential either to rectify some bugs observed while the software is in use or to enhance the performance of the system. Next, coming to advanced maintenance. This includes modifications and updations when the customer needs the product to run on new platform, on new operating system, or when they need the product to interface with new hardware and software. The third one is perfective maintenance. A software product need to maintain to support the new features that the user want to, or change different types of functionalities of the system according to the customer demands. Next one is preventive maintenance. This type of maintenance includes modifications and updations to prevent future problems of the software. It is to attend problems which are not significant at this moment, but they may cause serious issues in the future. So next, coming to engineering, there are two types. They are reverse engineering and also software reverse engineering. We have reverse engineering is a process of extracting knowledge or design information from anything man-made. Coming to software reverse engineering is a process of recovering the design and the requirement specification of a product from an analysis of its code. So it is also called as back engineering. The main objective of reverse engineering is to check out how the system works. There are many reasons to perform reverse engineering. Reverse engineering is used to know how the things work. Also, reverse engineering is to recreate the object by adding some enhancements. Next, coming to this, since several existing software products lack proper documentation, are highly unstructured, or their structure has degraded through a series of maintenance effort. So these are all about uh, engineering, which means reverse engineering, also software engineering. The term likes to be same, reverse engineering and software reverse engineering, but the definition in the technical view is different for reverse engineering and also software reverse engineering. So that's all about the maintenance of the software. Thank you.